The holiday travel season kicking off this week with millions of Americans hitting the roads and the skies this Thanksgiving weekend. AAA predicting over 55 million Americans will be traveling for Turkey Day this year. That's up 2.3% from a year ago. Roughly 49 million people will be driving from Wednesday through Sunday, and just under 5 million are going to be flying. So here for a little bit more on what to expect, we want to bring in Robert Sinclair, AAA Northeast Senior Manager. So certainly, Robert, a number of people, 55 million people expected to travel in some sort this holiday. What should people be most aware of in terms of the busiest travel days and how this is going to compare to years past?
Busiest travel day will be Wednesday. Wednesday afternoon, starting about 1 in the afternoon, going till 6 p.m. You've got commuters mixing with holiday travelers. So it gets very busy. When we looked at most of the major cities around the country, and it's just about the same in all these cities. How does it compare to the past? Well, it's the third busiest Thanksgiving travel period ever. Harkening back to the halcyon days of 2005 and 2019. And it's interesting too, because those days and now, those Thanksgivings and this one, are all sort of the rebound from doldrums in travel. In 2005, we rebounded from the terrorist attacks of 2001. Nobody was flying after that. And then slowly but surely went back up and we peaked in 2005. Then the economy tanked in 2008. And it took until 2019 to rebound from that. Thanksgiving in 2019 was 37 million. And it took until 2008, I should say, 37 million. It took until 2019 to get back to 56 million. Now we're still rebounding from the pandemic, and here we are.
And so with that, we're also tracking TSA passenger throughput rate that's on pace to actually take out some of those 2019 levels as well. So what is the mix of travel that we're expecting?
Well, travel, those who are flying are spreading it out. It's really going, and I think the TSA said that they're going to set a record from last week Friday until next week Tuesday.
Wow.
So, and we're looking at like 45,000 to 50,000 flights per day. So that's rebounding in a big way. It's something that needs to be looked at in the grand mix, though. More people drive.
Yeah.
And that's always the number one form of transportation. It gives you the freedom to leave when you want and have transportation at your destination, and you can come back when you want. Domestic airfares are 5% higher than last year, so that might, well, it doesn't look like it's putting any kind of impingement on those who are flying.
Yeah, the demand for flying certainly has come back just a bit, but remains pretty resilient. We just had gas prices up on the screen here, $3.30, a dramatic drop that one we saw just about a month ago here compared to $3.55 a year ago. $3.66. How big of a factor do you think that is this holiday season?
Not much. I'm not breaking out the champagne on gasoline prices yet. Of course, we're still in the pain point as far as 40% of drivers. We did a survey asking what the pain point was for gasoline during a better economy during 2018. And 40% of drivers said $3 a gallon. And they don't have the elasticity in their budgets to deal with fluctuating gasoline prices, particularly from last year into this. So we're seeing that demand is down 3% this year compared to last. Now, gasoline was more expensive last year, but we're buying less now. So I think that's a strong indicator of what's happening with personal finance and being able to deal with it. And I think gasoline sales are a leading economic indicator. But what part of the reason we're seeing gas prices go down is the fact that there's a premium now for diesel and jet fuel. Diesel is $4.29 per gallon as an average. It's $5.90 in California. So refiners are pumping out all the diesel and jet fuel that they can because they're getting top dollar for that. But when you're running a refinery, it's not possible to just say pull off diesel and jet fuel. You have to make all the other fractionates, as they are called, among them gasoline. Demand is down, a lot of gasoline going into storage, prices are coming down, so it's cheaper, but it's not cheap.
To what extent can we look at what the Thanksgiving travel figures are showing us right now, and also layer that on and transition that to the Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, the larger kind of year-end Festivus, if you will, or festivals of celebration.
Yes.
Festivus included, I suppose.
The year-end holidays and Christmas and New Year's on a Monday this year, so it's going to be a week long. holiday. Sometimes it can be as long as 10 days, and that's usually the busiest holiday travel period of the year, simply because of its length. Kids are out of school, people are on vacation, that sort of thing. I think it will bode well, seeing where gasoline prices are going. They usually bottom out sometime in December or January. $3 a gallon is that big point. There are 11 states now that are under $3 a gallon. And so it's going to be a big factor for a lot of folks. Having said that, Americans throw caution to the wind for Thanksgiving, year-end holidays. I might not have money the rest of the year, so I'm going to take a trip at this time of year. So I think it will be busy. I'm interested to see what the numbers are going to be for the year-end holiday.
And Robert, when it comes to rental cars, when it comes to cruises, what does demand look like there, and how does that compare to what we're seeing just in terms of number of people hitting the roads or number of people flying?
Up, especially for cruising. A lot of ships are coming online next year. There's a lot of capacity. There's a lot of pent-up demand for people being locked down. A lot of people like to cruise. I don't know why.
I am there in that camp with
loyal
you.
customer base.
They like to cruise.
Very loyal customer base.
Yes, and with the pandemic and so many people being locked out, not being able to take a cruise, so demand is like off the charts now, and there's some good deals to be had. Particularly next year. I think there are 3 new ships coming online, and these things are just behemoths. They hold a lot of people. So that bodes well. Rental cars, I believe the rates are down slightly because they've taken care of their problems. You remember they liquidated a lot of their fleets during the pandemic, and then afterwards they didn't have enough vehicles, so the rates went up. Now everybody's like fully stocked with vehicles, and so the rates are coming down. So international travel is up, a lot of people going overseas. It's a good time, and looks like it will only get better. But again, $3 a gallon, a pain point.
Yeah, for a lot of people, considering how much they're going to be filling up that tank and how far, which cousin, which family member they might be driving to, that $3 could change some relationships as well. Robert Sinclair, AAA Northeast Senior Manager, great to see you and happy holidays to you.
Thank you. All the best to you and yours.
Thank you.